Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. On the last episode, we, tried to talk with April May here, but she was very adamant in not telling us a single thing, or anything at all. So we headed off to Grossberger's law office and found a couple pictures lying on his desk, took one of them, which represented the guy that we saw in the opening cutscene, and showed that to the bellboy at the Gatewater Hotel. He gave us an affidavit saying that it was him, that was the guy, and then brought it back to April May, who told us a little bit more about him, that his name was Red White, he's the owner of Blue Corp, because, you know, names and puns. But on this episode, we are going to be heading off to Blue Corp, because we should now have that available as a place to go to. So let's go talk with, let's go talk with Mr. Red White. What's with the surreal decor? Oh god, what voice am I gonna give Red White? Oh no! I have no idea. I wasn't thinking. I panicked when I saw his name come up. Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. Of course, I'm gonna give him like a clown. I'm gonna give him a clown voice, just because. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Right, Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? I'm probably gonna get a bunch of these words wrong because my grammar sucks, and I'm gonna be doing it in a clown voice. So expect a lot of grammatical errors, like always, like you know the usual. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. Ah, I can't even speak properly. I said vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the worldly challenged, which I clearly am. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Oh boy, I'm gonna love Red White. I like all the voices I picked for characters so far because they're pretty much the exact opposite of what you'd expect, except for Case 1. Case 1 was kind of normal. I don't even remember what voice I gave Frank Sott now. Oh well, I don't really care. If I try and remember his voice, I'm gonna accidentally give that to someone else. So, let's talk with him a little bit. This is the guy that we clearly saw in the opening cutscene. Let's talk to him about Miss May, the night of the murder, and Blue Corp. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct! She was my secretariat! What a shock it was to hear that what she had done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. Oh god, my voice. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Alright, well, let's do the night on the murder. On the night of the murder, where were you in the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. what does that even mean? Let's talk about Blue Corp. I mean, if you notice, we just have a new option right now called That Painting. And you might notice right behind his right shoulder is a painting of the exact same thing that Grossberg had in his office just a moment ago. Let's do Blue Corp. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up to the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. Wow, that was not obvious at all. I, Red, White, and Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? That was the worst reason to name a company ever. You're barely wearing blue as it is. You have diamond-encrusted studs in your shirt and your tie. There's no blue at all. Let's talk about that painting very quickly. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. It's gorgeous. Oh, no. I've seen it before. Yes. When did you get it? Let's not ask that. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Notice how the music stopped. Your point being? My point is simple. Or, rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing! Zilch! Zippo! Nada! Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney. Grody Burger. Grody Burger. I'm gonna call him that from now on. But what? Ugh! Oof. He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what would you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. I love Red White's voice now. I'm so happy I panicked and had to think of the first thing that popped to mind. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Yes, it is a wonderful fast food restaurant, in fact. Mr. Grossberg's. Yes? Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live purely for personal profit. I forgot a word there, but I noticed. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. And he's basically just kicking us out right now. I wonder how you were able to actually get all the way up to his office without, you know, security stopping us or anything. Certainly we had to check in somewhere. But yeah, let's go talk with Grossberg. Because why is this painting here? Well, that's a question we need to ask ourselves now. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Aha! Jumping Jehoshaphat's! Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. Okay, so now we get a chance to talk with Grossberg. I'm sorry about the picture I took. Maybe you've been thinking about that, like wondering why that picture suddenly disappeared. So let's talk with him. We have a couple options for him. Today's trial, your refusal, and Mr. White. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. So you were there? What? Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. Well, she's not out of the house yet. She still is kind of in jail, but we'll figure out a way to get her out. Your refusal. But why did you stop? I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. And maybe you might have the same thing, but let's confirm it right now by telling him about Mr. White. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just that big painting, that photo of Mr. White. Why wouldn't you defend Maya? Well, I mean, he'll probably explain the photo of Mr. White as like being a fan, I guess. Why would you defend Maya? He still hasn't told us that at all. That big painting, that's something that's kind of, you know, very obvious and not here. Although I think anything... Oh, no, that probably worked. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right here in the other day. Was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He's giving you information, he's blackmailing you, or your lovers. Well, I don't think it's C. And I don't think he'd give him his painting for information, so he's obviously blackmailing Grossberg, which is another reason why Grossberg would probably not want to, you know, defend against him. So, Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you are Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate? What's he talking about? Get ready for a long story. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? Good God! All because of the DL-6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. And a bunch of tacos. So, now we got the reason for blackmail and the DL-6 incident. Let's ask him about the DL-6 incident right now. What is the DL-6 incident? DL-6 is nothing more than the sword and code that police gave the case. Alright, I had a slight malfunction with the audio, but I'm back now. Alright. I need a drink of water so I can do Grossberg's voice again. Alright. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Fey. Fey? Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL-6 incident. So, the DL-6 incident is the exact same thing that Maya was talking about a couple, like, the episodes before we, started doing all the investigation about how her mother was called a fraud, information got leaked out, and everything got, the reputation pretty much got shattered in a billion pieces, and she disappeared. And that's why Mia became a lawyer, to try and figure out exactly why. But let's talk about Grossberg about the reason for why he is blackmailed. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? Or Mr. Grodyburger? The DL-6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White had heard about this, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
So, you know a little bit more about the DL-6 incident and exactly what exactly it was, why it ties to Grossberg and Mia and Maya and Red White and everyone so far that we've seen in this case so far, which is perfect. Because now it all links up. We have the motive, we have the, well, we already have the murder weapon, but we now know the suspect, and we need to go find out any definitive proof about this now. So, on the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be heading over to Mia's law offices, or I guess it's the empty law offices now because she's kind of dead. And we're going to be trying to find out any information that we possibly can about Red White, and then maybe go bring it back and smother it in his face. So, until next time, hopefully you enjoy.